So we were nesting and healing. And also, I don't know if I had the bandwidth at that time to think about what the big picture dream was. There was no plan. It was just, let's get through these next couple of years, create community, which was always so important to both of us in our new environment. Most people's assumption that if I was going to go into business, it would be fashion or beauty. But those 5 years at home, I wasn't running around wearing beautiful outfits. The business will, of course, go on longer than a series. There's nothing taboo. Doesn't need to be anything taboo about talking about our financial independence or our independence overall.
The mainstream media aren't telling you the truth about what happened at Fortune's Most Powerful Women's Summit in Washington, D.C. yesterday. Meghan Markle, who was not the headline guest, by the way, there were far more important women there who stole the attention and were actually the people in demand by the folk in the audience, was heckled on stage. She was laughed at on stage. The power brokers knew that all of the malarkey that both Fortune and Meghan were putting forward about both her brand and her life was complete balderdash. And what's so astonishing about this is it wasn't even a big audience. I mean, look at this from Queer Lips of Truth, who wrote, look at the millions of people that showed up for Meghan Markle's event with Fortune magazine. Empty. But what was most intriguing to me was not from the official footage. And of course, we are going to do a full analysis about all of Meghan's ludicrous smears and claims with P. Diner in just one moment. But as Meghan Markle pointed out, you can hear the audience laughing. Let me tell you this, Meghan wrote her own introduction for the host to read out. And what happened, and remember, Meghan is standing backstage with the interviewer from Fortune magazine. When this intro, clearly drafted for Fortune by either Meghan herself or someone connected to her, the audience start guffawing. They start laughing because the claims are so fantastical. And she has to listen to that before heading out on stage, knowing that she has a hostile audience because of her lies. Watch this.
Room. So, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, has held various roles over the years. Actor, Duchess, obviously, podcaster, philanthropist. She has her own TV show. She has executive produced. She recently added a new title to her resume, which is why she's here with us today. Founder. And that's because earlier this year, she launched As Ever, a brand inspired by her love of cooking and entertaining. Alison Chantal, Fortune's editor-in-chief and chief content officer, joins Meghan, Duchess of Sussex to discuss this newish venture and also how Meghan plans to leverage her incredibly significant influence for long-lasting impact in the business world and beyond. Please welcome them to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so nice to see you. And Meghan, thank you for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for having me. It's great. Hi, everybody.
You've been all over the place, and we were talking backstage about how, yes, you've been to Europe.
Now, what's so fascinating is that introduction where you could hear, only because, by the way, Hello Magazine was actually in the audience and posted that because it was completely wiped from the official feed because of the response from the audience. And you could see when Meghan sat down, they even laughed. So this was a hostile audience because, of course, the people in the audience at this event know that Meghan isn't a founder. That's what got the biggest laughs. They know that she is a grifter. But of course, Meghan wanted to respond immediately to the criticism that she hadn't seen her children Archie and Lilibet given these recent jaunts to Paris and New York.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any more awkward, Meghan continues, trying to defend her story, but the audience isn't buying it. Every sentence she utters seems to sink her credibility even further. You can literally feel the tension in the room. People aren't just skeptical, they're outright laughing at her. And it's not subtle either. It's loud, pointed, and impossible to ignore. She shifts uncomfortably, pausing as if to collect herself, but the damage is done. The reactions are unmissable. The kind of reactions that make you squirm just watching. It's like the universe itself is mocking her attempts at charm. And the truth is, the audience has already made up their minds. Every time she gestures or emphasizes a point, it backfires spectacularly. The very energy she's trying to generate is turning against her. And then there's that moment, the one that makes your jaw drop. Meghan tries to pivot, to steer the conversation into more favorable territory, but the timing is off. Her anecdotes don't land. They fall flat. The audience's chuckles turn into outright laughter, the kind that fills the room and makes it clear they are not impressed. The kind of laughter that says, "We see right through you." And yes, it's that brutal. Her body language says it all. Shoulders tense, hands fidgeting, a forced smile that doesn't reach her eyes. It's a performance everyone can see through. Every time she tries to recover, it's like she's digging herself deeper, and the cameras catch it. Every awkward pause, every strained word, it's all recorded for the world to witness. The sheer discomfort is palpable, and the audience knows it. Then there's the part where she tries to appeal to empathy, hoping someone, anyone, will side with her. She recounts stories she believes will humanize her, that will make people feel for her, but instead it only intensifies the reaction. The laughter isn't just about disbelief, it's disbelief mixed with irritation. People aren't angry, they're incredulous. They can't believe she's still standing there, expecting applause for stories that clearly don't add up. And as the minutes drag on, the room's energy shifts even more. What started as awkward laughter becomes a collective judgment. Every word she says feels heavier than the last. Her attempts at humor or relatability fall flat. It's almost fascinating to watch, like a slow-motion collapse of public image. You can almost hear the whispers. Really? Again? She reaches for more example stories she thinks will impress, but they backfire spectacularly. The audience isn't just unmoved, they're entertained in the worst way possible. Every flub, every exaggerated pause, every attempt to dramatize her point only makes it worse. And here's the kicker, she seems oblivious. Meghan acts like she's winning them over, completely unaware that the opposite is happening. And the laughter isn't just random, it's pointed, almost surgical. You can sense the collective judgment. People are dissecting her words, her tone, her gestures, everything. It's relentless. And each misstep fuels the next round of chuckles. She tries to regain control, but by now, the room has already decided the narrative, and it's not in her favor. By the time she wraps one of her points, you can feel the exhaustion, not hers, the audience's. They've endured story after story, each more unbelievable than the last, and yet she continues desperately trying to convince them, hoping for a breakthrough that never comes. Her energy is draining, her credibility even more so, and the reactions only get sharper. Every eye roll, every whispered comment, every audible laugh works against her. And then comes the moment where you realize, no one is taking her seriously anymore, not even a little. Every attempt to defend herself, to charm the audience, is met with skepticism and derision. The performance she planned, completely crumbling before our eyes. And the irony, she likely thinks she's winning hearts, when in reality the audience is watching a slow-motion disaster unfold. It's a spectacle, really. Every gesture, every forced smile, every dramatic pause, it all screams discomfort. You can almost feel the secondhand embarrassment radiating from the room. It's the kind of event that will be replayed, analyzed, and mocked online for months, and she has no idea how badly it's backfired. Her attempts to redirect attention, to explain herself, to salvage the narrative, it's almost comical. You watch, unable to look away, as she keeps digging, trying to recover from errors that are now permanent in the eyes of everyone watching, and the audience knows it. They've seen it all before. The charm, the dramatics, the attempts at empathy, it's all old news, and yet she keeps pushing forward, like a ship steering straight into a storm. And the truth is, moments like these don't just vanish. They become part of the public record, forever associated with her. The laughter, the heckling, the disbelief, it's all documented. And it's not just entertainment, it's proof. Proof that no amount of storytelling or dramatics can mask the reactions of a live audience when they see through the act. By the time she finally finishes her segment, the room is left in a unique state, a mix of relief and disbelief. Relief that it's over, disbelief at the level of miscalculation that just occurred. And for viewers at home, it's a masterclass in what not to do when trying to win over an audience. Every misstep magnified, every flub recorded, every reaction amplified. It's relentless, and it's unforgettable. And as Meghan exits the stage, you can see it in her expression. She knows, deep down, that she's just endured a public failure, a performance gone wrong, captured in real time, replayed endlessly in the court of public opinion, and the audience, they leave entertained, vindicated, and maybe a little vindictive, knowing they witnessed the unraveling of a carefully constructed narrative. So as we watch the footage again, every awkward pause, every forced laugh, every disbelief-laden reaction serves as a reminder no amount of storytelling can save you when the audience sees through it. Meghan's stage disaster isn't just a moment, it's a lesson in perception, credibility, and the brutal honesty of a live crowd. And one thing is crystal clear, the stage may have been hers, but the audience owned the reaction.